Come into mountain pose, feet together. We're going to ground ourselves into our body. Make sure your knees are over your ankles. Make sure your hips are over your knees. Slightly tuck your tailbone in. Pull your shoulders back and down. Coming into mountain pose. Tadasana. Slightly tuck your chin in. We're going to feel like there's a string being pulled through the top of your head. Standing up really tall. Roll the shoulders back and down. And then from here, we're going to start to take the yogic breath. So let's put one hand on our belly. So we're going to inhale, push the belly out. Exhale, push the belly in. We'll do that a couple more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, push the belly out. Exhale, push the belly in. We'll do that a couple more times on your own. And then we're gonna warm up our spine. So feet together, bring your hands to your heart. We're gonna inhale, reach up really tall, and then come forward, bending at the hips. And then exhale, come to the top. So that's one. We're gonna do this 2 times. So inhale, come up onto your toes, come down to your heels, come forward. This is 2. And then keep going until you do that 10 times. You just need to check and see where everyone's at. Okay, I sent the email, so no one's just showed up yet. Okay, so keep going. So I think that's like 4. We'll do a couple more. Come onto your toes. Inhale. Exhale, come forward. Okay, let's do one more. So inhale, come up, reach really tall, creating lots of space in between your vertebra, and then come down. And then roll all the way to the top. Your head's gonna come up last. So come back to mountain pose. We're gonna come into tree pose. So this is a balancing pose. So we're gonna find a point in front of us to help us balance. Bring your hands to your heart. You can stay here and then bring all of your weight into your left foot. Kind of hover that right foot. And then you bring your right foot up so you can have it on the floor as like a little kickstand, or you can bring it up higher. So this is a balancing pose. Take 3 breaths here. Foot down. Shake that out if you need to. Okay, we're going to do that on the other side. So find a point in front of you to help you balance. And then we're going to bring all of our weight into our right foot. So kind of hover that left foot. And then you can leave your foot here as like a little kickstand, or you can bring it up higher. And then from here, you can bring your hands over your head if you'd like. Bring your hands down, bring your left foot down. Shake that out if you need to. Okay, go back to mountain pose. So feet together. So we are centering ourselves here. We're grounding ourselves. We're coming into our body for our practice tonight. So you can rock the weight forward and back, left and right. You just want to make sure you Evenly distribute the weight in between your feet. Put your shoulders back and down. This is super important. We're coming into our bodies, coming out of our minds, coming into our practice tonight. Let's bring our hands to our heart. We'll create an intention for our practice tonight. Maybe there's something you want to stretch out. Maybe there's something you want to work on. Maybe there's something you want to let go. Just take a moment, create an intention. Let's take one inhale, exhale. Okay, let's come into half moon pose. So inhale, reach up really tall, come onto your toes, and then come over to the right. So feel the stretch all down the left side of your body. Really breathe into that left side, just feeling all the space between your lungs open up. And then come back to center, big circle with the arms. Let's do that on the left side. Inhale, reach up really tall, come onto your toes, come down to your heels. So come over to the left, so feel the stretch all down the right side of the body. So feeling the stretch in between your lungs and in your rib cage. Breathe into that right side, all down this right side. You have all these little muscles in between your ribs. You're stretching all that out. Okay, come back to center, big circle with the arms. All right, and then from here, let's come to the front of our mat and let's come into forward fold, half forward fold. Inhale, reach up really tall, come down, bending at the hips, coming into your half forward fold, Uttanasana. Let your head go, let your neck go. Some deep breaths here. Inhale and exhale through the nose. Head go, let the neck go. And then from here, we're gonna walk our feet out to downward dog. So feet hip width apart, hands hip width apart. Take some deep breaths here. You can pedal your feet left and right. That feels good. So we're driving our tailbone up towards the sky. We're driving our heels down towards the mat. Make sure your feet are hip width apart. Make sure you're looking in between your feet. You can look either in between your feet or up towards your navel. Just make sure you're taking some deep breaths here too. And then from here, let's come onto the knees. Let's push back into downward dog. Feet together, knees are either together or hip width apart. Take some deep breaths here. So let's come into a seated position. And um, let's come into a seated position. And then from here, we're going to come into the addiction meditation. So this one is really important. I'm just going to read to you what Yogi Bhajan says about the addiction meditation. But this meditation, it helps you with addictions. And so it does this because you're putting your thumbs up on your temples. And so the pressure that's being exerted by the thumbs, it triggers a rhythmic reflex current into the center of the brain. And so that activates your pineal gland. And when that's unbalanced, that makes mental and physical addictions seemingly unbreakable. And so what we're doing is we're working on the pineal gland. And so he says that in modern culture, this imbalance is a pandemic. So if we're not addicted to smoking, eating, drinking, drugs, and we're addicted to subconsciously to acceptance, advancement, rejection, emotional love. So all these things lead to neurotic behavior. And so when the pineal gland is imbalanced, this upsets the radiance of the pineal gland itself. And it's the pulsating radiance that regulates the pituitary gland. Since the pituitary regulates the rest of the glandular system, the entire body and mind go out of balance. So this meditation corrects that problem, and it's really effective for everyone, especially people who are in rehab for drug dependence, mental illness, or phobic conditions. So we are regulating our pineal gland and our pituitary gland. So let's do it. So the fingers are on the tops of the pads of the palms, thumbs are on the temples. We are gently saying sa, ta, na, ma, while we're clenching the back molars. We're saying that in our head. Let's go ahead and start. Okay, so that was 5 minutes. We usually do 3. So you can do 5 from 5 to 20 minutes, ultimately 31 minutes. So we're gonna have to work up to that one. But that was 5 minutes. So if you felt like your arms were gonna fall off, that's because you're repatterning your addictions. You're welcome. Okay, so now we're gonna work on our breath of fire because we haven't done that for a while. And so I'm going to read to you what he says about breath of fire. So the quality, Yogi Bhajan, the quality, quantity, and circulation of breath creates the foundation of a vital and creative life. It's a barometer of how much energy we normally run on and how much reserve capacity we've created for emergencies. The breath is both gross and subtle. So it's both physical and subtle in the body. The gross aspect is the blend of oxygen, nitrogen, and other elements that constitute air. The subtle aspect is the prana, or vital force, that energizes the body, mind, and consciousness. Most people do not breathe correctly. Breath signatures that create shallow, erratic, upper chest breathing are common. The lack of relaxation and well-being on a personal as well as collective level, along with other factors, inhibits proper breathing. Yet all the positive changes a person can make, learning to breathe deeply and completely is probably the most effective for developing higher consciousness and for increasing health, vitality, and connectedness in one's life. So the breath, that's what we came here for, is for that prana, that life force energy. Okay, so let me see what else. I'll read this to you guys later. Okay, so breath of fire, and we're just gonna sit in Gyan Mudra with our fingers in Gyan Mudra. So thumbs and fingertips are touching, and you can just have them resting on your knees if you'd like. And we're doing rapid breath of fire. Let me read this for a second. Okay, so mouth is always closed. Inhale and exhale through the nose. It's being powered from the navel point, but don't worry about that. And it's a rhythmic inhale and exhale, approximately 2 to 3 cycles per second. So we're gonna work on this. We're working on our breath. So eyes closed down, focus on the breath. You want to focus on making it rhythmic, equal inhale, equal exhale. Inhale. Hold the breath, pull the Mulabandha, sex organs, rectum, navel. Look up towards the third eye. And then exhale. Okay, I'm going to read to you what he says about breath of fire. So breath of fire is one of the primary breath techniques used in the practice of kundalini yoga. It accompanies many postures and has numerous beneficial effects. Mastery of this breath will give you great command of yourself and mastery of the lower triangle of chakras, so the first, second, and third chakras. It purifies the blood, expands the lung capacity, and strengthens the nervous system to deal with stress. Some people find it easy to do breath of fire for 10 minutes. Others find that the initial creates an initial dizziness or giddiness. If this happens, take a break. Some tingling, traveling sensations, and lightheadedness are completely normal as your body adjusts to a new breath and new stimulation of the nerves. Concentrating at the brow point may help relieve these sensations. Sometimes these symptoms are the result of toxins and other chemicals released by the breath technique. The symptoms may be relieved by drinking a lot of water and changing to a lighter diet. Breath of fire. Don't do it when you're pregnant. Don't do it when you're on the first couple days of your cycle. And so this breath is amazing. We did it for 3 minutes, and it's awesome because it gives you mastery of the lower chakras and over yourself. And getting more oxygen means more prana, that life force energy. It also means more oxygen in your body. And so all of your cells work better. Your brain works better when you have more oxygen. Okay, let's come into cat-cow. So we're going to inhale, look up, exhale, chin to chest. So keep going. Our 3 minutes of cat-cow is balancing all of our chakras. So you want to go as fast as you can. And honestly, I need a tissue, so keep going. Keep going, we're moving the energy through the spine. Keep breathing, we're working up that reserve, our prana. So that way when we're super stressed and we're super tired, we have that reserve. Inhale, look up. exhale, chin to chest. And push back into child's pose, hands together. Okay, and then let's come into a seated position. And let's get our arms some more. Let's do Beyond Chakra, Kriya. So we are going to have our fingers in Beyond Chakra, and this is clearing our arc line. So we have our arc line or our head. This is cleaning out our karmas, our thoughts, everything that's been stuck in our subconscious. It's going to be cleared out in our arc line because every thought has a positive and negative. Every blink of an eye, there's 1,000 thoughts. You decide one of those thoughts, all the rest of them goes into your subconscious and gets stored. So we need to clear that out. So that's what we're doing with this Beyond Chakra Kriya. So fingers are in front of us, our arms going up over the top of our head. That's clearing out our arc line, and then up and over, and then the other one. So we're doing this, and we're chanting Satnam Vaheguru, and let's go ahead and start. Satnam, Satnam, Vaheguru, Vaheguru. Eyes closed down. Satnam, Vaheguru, Vaheguru. Satnam, 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 Satnam, Waheguru, Waheguru. Satanam, Satanam. Faster. Waheguru, Satanam, Satanam. Waheguru, Waheguru. 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 Inhale. Hold the breath. Spiral the energy up the spine. Exhale. Inhale. Hold the breath. Hold Spiral the energy up the spine, to the top of the head. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Exhale. Inhale. Hold the breath. And then twist left, right, left, right. Exhale. The shoulders, the neck, the jaw. So we are going to come into Ardh Kachri Kriya. So right hand over the left, and this is really good for mental focus. This is also really good for dealing with hard emotions. This is also feeling good when you're just really stressed out and you're just dealing with the insanity that living on planet Earth is. Okay, this is our insanity meditation. So right hand over left, thumbs touching. You always want to slightly tuck your chin in too. It aligns the spine. And so we're sitting up tall, tucking the chin in. I noticed with this one, my head like starts to like float up. So I always make sure I bring my neck back into it. This is your neck lock. This is the Jalandhar bund. You bring the chin in, and that's creating that neck lock. Remember those locks, these bandhas, they create this like hydraulic force that brings the energy up the spine. So when we do the chin lock, we're bringing the energy up the spine. So right hand over left, and we're looking down at the tip of our nose, and we open up our mouth as wide as we can, and we touch the tongue to the roof of the mouth. And we're doing this one in silence. So eyes gaze down at the tip of the nose. Inhale, exhale. Okay, let's move our lower triangle chakras. So our first, second, and third chakras. So we're gonna come onto our backs. Okay, and then you can put your hands underneath your low back if you need to, or your hands can be by your sides. We are coming into leg lifts, and we're gonna inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. Actually, before we do that, let's stretch the back of our legs. Okay, so bring both of our legs up, and then grab it either behind your thighs or your knees or your calves. You just wanna bring your legs in towards you. Take some deep breaths here. Let's bring your knees into our chest. And then the right ankle, let's rotate 3 times to the right. And then 3 times to the left. And then the left ankle 3 times to the right. And 3 times to the left. Okay, and then, our goal is 108. So we are inhale and then exhale, inhale and exhale. And we're going to be counting and we're going to see how many we can do. Okay. So inhale up, exhale down. We're at about 40, so keep going. Okay, that's about 60. We did about half. Okay, bring your knees into your chest. The goal is 108. We can work up to that. So rock left and right. That feels good. We did more than 60. That's good. We'll try it again next week. That's why we have goals. Okay, from here, let's come into bridge pose. So palms on the mat, and then our feet are on the mat. We're going to inhale, lift our hips up. So reach up as far as you can. Take some deep breaths. You can stay here, or you can clasp your hands under your shoulders to get a little bit higher. If you want a little bit more, you can lift the toes to activate the feet. Really just want to lift up as far as you can through the hips. And then come down one vertebra at a time. And then bring your knees into your chest. Let's rock and roll into a seated position. And come into a seated position. We're going to use the last couple of minutes to focus on our breath because I can't seem to meditate by myself. So I'm going to use your guys' energy to help me focus. So we're going to come into a seated position, comfortable seated position. Eyes closed. And we're going to inhale to a count of 4. Exhale to a count of 4. No, inhale to a count of 4, hold for 4, and exhale. So we'll do it together. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Then exhale. Okay, inhale. Hold. Exhale. Keep going. We're inhaling 4, hold 4, exhale for 4. Let's do one more round together. So inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. And just let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. And gently open your eyes. Let's come down to the mat. Bring your feet to the mat. Roll back onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest. And then let's come into Shavasana, corpse pose. So take up as much space on your mat here as you'd like. Palms face the ceiling. Let the Feet fall to each side. Just let your breath fall back into its natural rhythm. Slowly start to let your brow smooth over, forehead relax, eyes relax. Little muscles at the corners of your eyes smooth over. Slight smile at the corner of your eyes. Jaw relax. Tongue fall back into the root of your mouth. And a slight smile at the corner of the lips. Now see if you can go inside your shoulders here. Feel the tension that's inside your shoulders. See if you can let that go. Just feel the tension moving from ice to water, water to gas. Letting go. Moving down into your fingers, feeling your hands from the inside out. You can feel the tingling, pulsing sensation of life that's right here, right now. Taking a moment and focusing on your heart. See if there's some frustration or some anger, sadness, joy. acknowledging what's there and without covering anything up, just add a smile. Down to your belly, just let your belly relax. Imagine a slight smile across your navel. To your hips, just let your hips relax. Smile from hip to hip. Lengthen the volume of your legs as they kick up space on your mat. See if you can feel each part of your body as a whole right now. Please start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Life back into your limbs. Then bring your arm up over your head and roll over onto your side. And then come up into a seated position. Hands to your heart, eyes closed. We'll end with spirit to spirit and healing streams of grace. So acknowledge your own spirit. Just take a moment, focus on the center of your chest. If you don't see a color, just make one up. And then acknowledge your healing guides. This is your ancestors, your guardian angels, your teachers, the highest versions of themselves. And then the higher power. And then we ask that healing streams of grace come in and fill in the blank. Say whatever you want out loud. And it looks like yellow light coming over us. And then you just thank the healing streams of grace. Thank you. And thanks for coming to my class. Namaste.